and welcome back. I have a question for you this week. What do you do when you find a wild animal in distress? Do you leave it and let nature take its course, or do you intervene and try to rescue the animal? So there's a lot of projects that go out and cut animals out of nets and wash the oil off of birds and things like that, which I think are very, very cool. But I'm always getting comments constantly telling me, don't touch the wildlife. I understand that too. So I'd really like to know in the comments below, should you not intervene with wild animals, or should you lend a helping hand? So what you guys have just seen is Searle has rescued this little baby turtle off of the side of the dock that he thought was a coconut shell. But the poor little guy just got caught in between the dock and the current and couldn't make it back out to sea. He was also covered in a lot of algae. So Searle decided to bring him back to the boat. Now, I've never seen a little baby turtle so close. I mean, you see the videos of them. I've gone to Costa Rica and seen some of the nests and things, but I've never seen one like that. I didn't really know anything about them. I think of them as this like sweet, majestic creature, which they are, but it is a wild animal. And let me tell you, he bit the crap out of me. But I really enjoyed having him and looking at him and seeing his little eyes and his little shell, and we cleaned him up and we let him go. So you guys check that out here in the footage coming. Okay, I was cleaning, now I'm distracted because Searle brought me a sick baby turtle. Look at him! Oh my gosh! It's a little hawksbill. Hi, baby! So we're gonna scrub him and we're gonna feed him and then we're gonna let him go. He's so cute! I think it's a girl. Her name is Florence. We're gonna get her a bigger bowl. I've never seen one so close. Ah. Okay, Turtle's chilling, and Searle is scraping the bottom of the dinghy. He's got to get his salt time in. I'm getting closer and closer to getting this place clean. I usually make a huge mess before anything gets any better, but it's looking good. Yeah. Flappy? He's feeling better now, hey?
We still need to feed him something.
Can you go get him some food?
Do you think he eats avocado?
I don't think so. Cute. Give him a kiss. He bit me.
Gonna get a tongue piercing.
The solar panels are not working. At least they're not working efficiently. We are washing them and we're covering one and writing down the reading and then covering the other one and trying to troubleshoot. These are the ones that I got from Custom Marine. We're having trouble with them. We've got some cheaper ones over on Moonlight, so we're gonna see if we can read how much power is coming in over there and compare the two. So that is what we are up to right now. Very soapy. These solar panels are $750 a piece, and they are 140 watts. Is that right?
145 watts.
145 watts. So we were sponsored these for 50% off, which was cool, which made them affordable for us. But now we are having a little bit of trouble with them. So
we'll be changing through to bolts and washers with a bit of space, because reading in a book last night, there's thermal efficiencies, and having a little bit of air go under to cool the panel down can help promote efficiency.
The book that he is talking about is a book that was recommended to me by another sailor. I'm looking for it right now. This guy, Casey, I think it's Don Casey. He makes this electronic simplified book. It is really great. It makes things a lot easier to understand, even for me who has a tough time reading directions. And in other news, I am working through this, which is cool. Then I got this little jewel for $2, Sailing Fundamentals. It looks like it was written in the 70s, but it's kind of cool. We'll go through this exercise with you guys and see how these solar panels are working. It's a cool system, it's a cool idea. The owner of the company really knows what he's talking about as far as getting the amount of power that you need, but we're just not having a lot of luck with the system. We're gonna try to troubleshoot right now. And
I don't like generators. They're
yeah,
noisy.
I don't like generators.
And I hate running to go get fuel.
We're trying to go without using fuel. So yeah, we're gonna head over to Moonlight and do the same exercise and see if the cheap panels are working as well or better than the expensive panels. So stand by.
1.5 amps, that's It is gone up.
We've washed the panels, which didn't look dirty, but we washed them, and the power is going up. So I'm gonna write these down in comparison with the ones before they were cleaned, and then we're gonna go next door to Moonlight. Have a look at the weather yourself, which it's partly cloudy, but it's sunny, and we're getting just 2 amps.
Getting 1 amp per panel.
Not good. It's not good, I tell you. The solar remains a mystery. It seems that the flexible solar panels no longer work. What we're gonna do now is replace the boom topping lift. We had this old halyard that's a little bit too thick for our application, so we're going to replace it with this one. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a safety pin and tape, and I'm gonna safety pin and tape it to the lead of the old line over here, and then hoist it up. Easy peasy. So what are you getting now?
I'm getting half an amp running, even though it's sitting in the shade right now. So that's like
As much as we were getting with it in full
when
sunlight.
it was in full sun. It must be something
In the connectors, maybe?
something from the wires back through to the MTTP, but we'll check that after I check both panels, then check after these 2-to-1 connectors. I think maybe there might be a fault along the wires or the connectors that lead from the 2-to-1 to the charge controller.
I'm really glad there's someone around here that knows something about electricity, because it's not me. I'm learning though, slowly. This is a painful learning process for me. I mean, I like that when I do electrical work, I know if I did a good job or not because the lights turn on or they don't. But as far as troubleshooting, I'm still learning. But check that book that I mentioned earlier, the one by Don Casey. That one really simplifies things, so that's cool. So we will get back to you when we get this figured out. Cross your fingers. We are cutting starboard backing plates for the stanchion bases that we got.
So I've cut starboard quite a few times using all sorts of different blades. I must say these plexiglass ones, getting at a much slower speed, works really well for the wandering that it normally does with this starboard. A little tip for next time.
You look good, buddy.
Any safety cup?
You ready to cut some stuff? You ready to do some work? Would you guys like to see what it looks like to organize the boats? Okay, Cyril, step aside. Oh yeah, look at that. Looks like we did a full turtle roll, huh? Going on the outside to see where this hole pops up. Ricky, you're gonna get drilled. Ah, there it is. Okay, and now there's a hole in my boat. Question of the day is, do we use butyl tape and caulking, or just caulking, or just butyl tape? I think we're gonna use all of the above, because more is more better.
Is it me? Or does this seem like an odd shape? Like it's not really a...
It is an odd shape.
Do you think that's nice and lined up?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Do you like drilling your own boat?
No, I like to keep the holes in other people's boats.
Do you have a mild satisfaction now?
I mean, I have a power tool in my hand, so yeah.
So what is the plan of action now? How do you feel?
I feel like I want to get the bleep out of here. So I want to do butyl tape and caulking. Don't tell Jim.
Yeah, I agree with.
He's got his nose in my pocket. Why is your nose in my pocket?
Whiffle sniffle.
Yeah.
So we got some holes going straight into Aubrey's bed, and we got a dog that's started a new thing where he loves to chew all the brand new lines on the boat. What line will he chew through that you'll throw him overboard?
None of them.
Damn it.
Cyril and Ricky do the measuring on the boat because it's not my strong point. I'm so glad to get these stanchion bases done. I feel like the boat's finally back together soon. Coffee grinder. Well, Violetti, should we have espresso tomorrow?
Ricky?
Ricky Bobby.
Ricky? It's not your time to shine.
Ricky, good boy. Okay, shall we? We have now 200 feet of chain after Hurricane Dorian, and what we did was we took it off bow roller and ran it back to this, but it's kind of at like a funky angle. What was suggested to us, which was a super good idea, was to run a larger cleat at a straight angle behind the chain. It's stronger and it's not making all these wonky turns. Got this on sale for $45. It was $119 at West Marine. We're putting this on, and then we're gonna do a backing plate behind it, underneath in the chain locker. I'm excited. More cleats, the more better. You're welcome for that delicious English. Woo! Ricky, are you helping? Ta-da!
Should have a James Bond theme song, eh?
Ta-da-da, ta-da-da. Now that we've drilled how many holes in the boat today? You guys will never know how many holes are in the boat, only I, so I'm gonna make something up. There are 26 holes. 28 holes in the boat that we drilled today. The question is to epoxy inside the holes or not to epoxy inside the holes. I think we're gonna go with epoxy. You have balsa core underneath 2 layers of fiberglass. When it leaks, it will get into the balsa core and rot your deck like cancer from the inside. What was suggested to us was to take an Allen key in the base of this, stick it in the hole, and let it kind of clean out the balsa, and then fill that with epoxy so it penetrates. You're kind of waterproofing the holes. The other thing to do is to just do butyl tape and then also caulk it, but I think we're gonna do all 3, even though it's kind of a pain in the butt.
Should we get a helipad on the next boat?
Yes. I think a helicopter will fit, a quadcopter.
Holes, more holes, more holes, more holes, more holes, more holes, more holes.
Earl has a new invention. Our objective was to get the balsa core out of the inside of the hole so they could seep into the deck and make it stronger. And we were using an Allen key, but Cyril decided to recycle.
Taking pop rivets, this pop riveter that we have here uses a little cup at the back, keeps all the extra pieces in. So I took one of these long shafts and I just put a little bend on it, and then I just stuck it in the drill. So I have something like that.
Nice.
That digs all the balsa out. That's gonna be perfect.
Ricky, what do you think? Ricky is the supervising contractor here. Ricky, proud of yourself? Yeah.
Sidewinder. Almost like it was designed for this job.
Hey, I'm a girl still. I'm a girl.
Captain Help.
He's good helpers.
Does it feel rewarding to want to plug up these holes now?
Yeah.
Even though we're gonna have to drill holes again afterwards.
I am just crossing my fingers it doesn't rain. We've got some stop rot here, and we're gonna mix it 4-to-1, and then we're gonna put it in the holes with these syringes. Are we ready? I just don't have enough for this hole right here. This is my worst attribute. I'm terrible at doing caulking.
The bane of your existence.
I get this on everything, and there's no way around it. I mean, I'm just happy if it's not in my hair. Okay, I don't even know. You know they say caulk and paint make a job what it ain't? Decided to go with butyl tape only and not the caulking. We got a lot of butyl tape. Gotten the epoxy into the holes, and then we've re-drilled the holes. It's very windy out. We're gonna put the backing plates on right now. This is part of the new ratchet set that Cyril is so excited about. Now we have to use it for every possible application. I would like to take the power drill with a star on the top and just hold like maybe a spanner right here and go zzz, 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 and be done. But instead, we're doing it the other way, which is with this ratchet. And Cyril's up there holding onto it with the star screwdriver. Pretty proud of myself. I'm actually proud of Cyril. But we made these backing plates out of starboard. We did butyl tape on butyl tape on butyl tape. I don't think it's gonna leak, and I don't think they're gonna fall out, so that's a bonus. They're like tiny little skylights filled with epoxy. What do you think about that, Ricky? And it's the next day, and our epoxy has dried. We used stop rot, a thinner penetrating epoxy that seeped into the core, the balsa core. So now that that's cured, we're gonna re-drill the holes. Then we're going to do a little thin snake of butyl around the hole, like you saw over here. Some butyl here, and then we're all butyled up. This one, if it leaks, it doesn't matter because it goes into the chain locker, but I don't think it's gonna leak. If I fall in, I'm gonna fall in. All right, fire in the hole. It's like a summer day in Maine. Is Jim coming over? Yes, he
Think
is.
so.
Jimbo, our favorite.
He's probably gonna tell us we're doing something wrong.
I know.
You
I
look
gotta
all...
ask him about the spin lock thing that I got.
And here's Captain No Help.
Hi, Captain No Help. Hi. I love Captain No Help. He's the cutest and the stinkiest.
He's gonna be a bowsprit dog.
Is that coffee I see? You can tie off to the new midship cleat. Woo, fancy. Look at that. You like that? Yay. Go, line up.
Putting new cleats up there too?
In line here.
Make sure you got room enough to throw that thing around.
Yep.
You already drilled the holes.
Yep.
That's where it's going. That's the perfect spot because the holes are already there.
Okay. Okay, little guy.
Nothing like, what was it, blueberries, yogurt, raspberries, and pecans and almond flavored anti-fog.
Oh, look, there he goes. So I have an interesting comment. Eagle X said that my outboard engine is a terrible idea. Put in a rebuilt Yanmar diesel. Outboard is bad stuff. They're mounted outside the boat, so it's almost impossible to fix them. This I have found to be very true. There's no using any kind of tools hanging off the back of the boat working on the outboard. I've experienced that. It's a huge pain in the butt. I'm trying to learn how to sail without needing an engine at all, on and off anchor, in and out of port. So that's my goal. It's nice to have the kicker as a backup, but I do agree with you. I would love to have a rebuilt diesel in this boat. Maybe that's in the future. The main problem that I've had with the outboard is that you have a following sea, it gets swamped, and then it doesn't run at all. So having an outboard on the back of your boat is kind of like a fair weather friend. Like, it works when you kind of don't need it to, and then it just completely doesn't when you're really needing the help. I definitely agree with you on that. So thank you for the comment. I am going to look into that maybe this coming summer. Hopefully when we're down in Grenada, we will be able to start thinking about doing something like that for Little Miss. So thank you very much. If you guys want to hear me read some of my other comments that I delete or get held for review, head over to Vimeo and I will read those to you and respond to them. Some of them are quite hilarious, some of them are quite mean, but it's a lot of fun anyways. You know what? Bad comments are like the commute to work, and I am so happy and so thankful for all of you wonderful, positive, beautiful people out there. I will see you next week on Sailing Miss Lone Star. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me. I'm at 75,000 subscribers and I'm looking to get to 100,000. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much, and I will see you next week. Bye.